Hmm.
Hello, this is not a spring chicken. Did you know that cars are? We were joking about that before, but it sure seems that, well, let's just put it this way. There's some changes in the auto industry. And what about my truck? We're going to bring Oldecam on for comments on the headlines of today. Boy! March was the Dow's worst month since 1939.
I know, and for all of you people that sit there and saw the Dow averages going up, at the bear market, which means there's very little transactions going on, which is why it jumps so quickly or goes down so quickly.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah, they're not, it's record lows in transactions. I mean, that 1939 was a really, that was, I guess that was, they did that because that's when World War II started.
And that's before they had computer trading.
Yeah.
Obama's tough stance on automakers may include bankruptcy.
You'll see the Obama flip-flop.
I thought that's what they were trying to avoid so much.
And they also bring out BS. It's got to do with, it's going to be a controlled liquidation. They're going to get rid of the truck division and other divisions and keep the divisions that are going to turn out the green cars. Yeah. Now,
what did GM and Chevy sell mostly?
they're known for trucks and the SUVs and stuff.
And they're getting rid of them.
That's right.
I mean, this is crazy. Sun Times Media Group files for bankruptcy.
Yeah, that's the Chicago Sun-Times. They're going out of business like everybody else. They said they're going to keep an operation and build a stronger, here like this, folks, online.
Oh, division.
Yeah, and the people we talk, I got this one, the people we talked to in Detroit,
yeah,
at the Sony dinner,
yeah,
they've decided to go full bore online.
Oh, good.
They decided, I read the thing this morning, the guy said, to hell with the advertisers, we're going to go online and we're going to make it work. And he's older than I am, remember?
We may want to contact them.
Yeah.
Wagner, a sideshow.
Yeah, because even the mayor, the union workers, everybody said, the governor of the state said that he was basically sacrificed so that Obama would have somebody else at the head of the news when he came on and said that he was becoming the chairman of the board of the auto industries.
Yeah, see, that's pretty bad.
I know. I mean, he's the chairman of Wall Street, he's the chairman of the banks, chairman of the financial industry, chairman of the auto industry. I guess that's why they're now referring to him as Chairman O.
Oh. GM expected to recover in 2 months under Obama's leadership.
I love that.
Now, how does that happen?
That they will have a complete turnaround in sales within the next 2 months.
Yeah, but they're trying to get rid of the divisions that make the company what it is.
I know. But you got to remember, as the guy that he put in as president said this morning, you have to remember, the president of the United States appointed the chairman and the board of directors, and none of them have ever worked in the automobile industry, so they're using their scenarios to say they kind of work.
Blizzard batters North Dakota, threatens Fargo's levee system.
Yeah, I know. And they said all of that because somebody is supposed to stay out of her bikini.
Nah. Limbaugh's ratings on rise with every attack on him by Obama.
I know. Obama, they said, Obama continues to vilify Rush Limbaugh. The more he vilifies Rush Limbaugh, the more he unites the Republican Party. But then again, I heard this is what they said this morning. They do not have enough votes in the House or Senate to pass Obama's programs, even in piecemeal, so they are going to use reconciliation to pass everything. Without any Republican support and without the support of a lot of their big people in the Democratic Party.
You know, I just realized what the firing of GM, it also takes some of the news off of, which is the G20 summit that's coming up, with all the different world leaders disagreeing.
I already heard the news from that. They're going to get a consensus. We need to do more. That's all they're going to be consensus on, is we need to do more.
That's kind of like the kids could do better.
That's right.
Fox News launches website foxnation.com.
I looked at that, Fox Nation. Okay, they're trying to compete with the Huffington Post, but all it is the regular Fox website with everything moved over onto so-called. I mean, I saw last night the big item was from Juan Williams, but basically, unfortunately, Ron Williams they said the other day that Juan Williams, that if the President of the United States was to drop his pants and say, "Kiss my rear," Ron Williams would be the first one to be there, so.
Obama designs electric car for all Americans to drive, but he doesn't want to run the auto companies.
I love that one. he is,
And he doesn't want to run the banks either.
I was joking last night about us going to do a piece about, send in designs for the Obama car. The big O. So today they're talking about the fact that he has his ideas of what people should be driving in this nation. And it's sort of sketched them down on a pad.
Well, just like Hitler did the Volkswagen.
That's right.
Right?
The Volkswagen is the people's car. And Hitler designed
did he really design it?
The people's car.
Really?
Yeah. But see, the difference is Hitler was actually an artist, so he could design
Was he
something.
really? I didn't realize that.
Hitler was a great artist. That's why he became Hitler, rather than the Jewish name he had. I think was Alois.
Alois.
Yeah, he was a Jew.
Oh.
But they didn't. Hitler had the Iron Cross for bravery. Hitler was a really, he was a hero. He was a great artist, but people laughed at him.
Interesting. I never knew that.
That's right. That's because I actually studied history.
Locke vows to push for fair trade.
Yeah. But this is Obama's idea is fair trade is that you must drop all of your tariffs on everything that we sell, and we'll raise tariffs on anything you bring into our country. That's fair trade.
Is that like his? It sounds like his bipartisanship.
Yep.
Yeah. Mexico rules out joint border patrols with U.S. and drug war.
Well, because first of all, they know it's not going to happen because our head of Homeland Security has already said there is no problem on the border. Remember?
Oh, that's right. Blame for downturn not fixed on Obama. It is Bush's fault.
I love that one this morning. They said that there was 70% of the people believe we're on the right track under Obama's leadership, but they believe the economy is going to get worse because of what George Bush did. And that's
FDA says to avoid pistachios amid salmonella investigation.
Oh, they said unlike the Bush administration, hear these words, Bush administration, we're going to be proactive. Even if there isn't any concern, we're going to let people know in advance, which basically destroys that market also.
Ooh.
Isn't that something? More people out of work.
Ooh. The G20 not happy with Obama's plans in the USA or for them.
I love it. I know. They said that first of all you couldn't put them in a room and get a consensus of anything, but Mr. Obama has done something that no other history has done on any of these G summits. He has united all of them. Of course, they're against us.
That is true.
As much as they didn't like Bush, they still went along. But Mr. Obama, his plans are so one of the guys said, I can remember when we were bringing our money in by a wheelbarrow to buy a loaf of bread, and this is what Mr. Obama wants to do to the world.
Ooh. Homeland Security shifts focus to employers.
Yeah. I love this, but that's the people that hire illegal aliens, but they said the focus is going to tend to be on, guess which party?
Oh.
Republicans that hire illegal aliens. The same as the Food and Drug Administration. You'll have to understand that the people they're targeting in the pistachio thing happen to be large Republicans.
Really?
Yeah, they're putting them out of business.
That's horrible.
They're using the power of the government. They're using I heard a judge this morning say that the Obama administration is using politics to decide how every business shall be ran. He crushes anybody with the power of the government that doesn't agree with him.
It's really bad.
Yeah.
North Korea has 2 nuclear warheads for missile, Kyoto reports.
Yeah, and this would be a good one. You realize if they actually fired one of those things, they could take control of half the world.
Oh.
Because Obama would simply retract immediately. The Russians wouldn't do anything. The Chinese wouldn't do anything because nobody's going to want the second one dumped on them.
Chrysler and Fiat may face the impossible goal on alliance and savings.
Yeah, basically, what was it? One of the guys said another. Another name for Fiat is phone immediately Alan Tony. That's because they have a breakdown record.
The promise the president keeps breaking.
Oh yeah, well they get so many. It's called one of it's transparency, and the second is putting things on the internet for 48 hours before they're signed. They're too important. Everything is next year.
A Monty Bubbleism from the Mark Twain of the animal kingdom.
The problem of being great is that when you start believing that you're as great as people tell you are, then they know how arrogant you really are.